Hi, this is Jen Kibbe, and this is my reflection for Chapter 9, Copyright and Fair Use. Which area surprised me most as breaking copyright laws or not meeting the fair use criteria? So I think probably what surprised me most is related to the classroom, and being very careful about what you purchase for use, the number of copies you purchase for use, for classroom materials. Um, some have open licenses, and some do not. And I actually visited with one of our special ed teachers today, and she had shared at a school that she taught at. That was one of the reasons that they went to um, the students submitting all of their assignments via their iPad. So they actually don't print out worksheets anymore specifically for this reason. She shared how challenging it has been, or how challenging it was, to ensure that you got the copies that you needed, but that you weren't breaking any of those laws based on what the school had purchased. So I think that was probably um, the area that surprised me most. What examples have you experienced where educators have broken copyright laws or fair use policies? Um, I've only been in the school setting since September, so honestly, I have not experienced any situations where I'm aware of copyright laws or fair use policies um, being broken. Is it that really big of a deal? I believe that it is. I don't um, believe that when that's done, it's necessarily intentional, but I do believe that it is because of a lack of knowledge, and obviously it is our responsibility to know that so that we are abiding by those laws. How did you score on the fair use quiz, and what questions surprised you? So I scored terribly on this quiz. I'm just shocked at what a difference some of the tiny little minor things are. So the one that really got me, was number 3. A history teacher taped the original ABC News report showing Richard Nixon leaving the White House after he resigned. Again, she made it on her own. She uses it every year in the classroom. So little did I know, Congress holds that videotapes of publicly broadcast shows can only be shown for 10 days afterwards unless the copyright holder grants greater allowances for educators. Had no idea that anything like that existed, and specifically that it is something that comes from Congress. So that really surprised me. Um, Really, most of these questions surprised me. Um, Copyright laws, fair use is probably something I just haven't thought of as much. Um, let's see if there was another one that kind of uh, really surprised me. And I do have to mention too, I thought on this quiz it was a little comical, because it's talking about VCRs and videotapes and cassettes. And I just kind of had to laugh because I'm just wondering if um, everybody taking this class knows what these things are. um, so this one surprised me too. So number 15, um, the high school video class produces a student video yearbook. They sell it. They use popular music. The money goes to the school. The songs are listed in the credits. Is this covered? This is not instructional use. The fact that money is being charged is irrelevant. The problem lies in the use of copyrighted materials for non instructional purposes. Again, something I never would have thought of. So I think this lesson definitely opened my eyes to how many different ways I think copyright and fair use can be violated, probably intentionally, most times. The other thing that I really appreciated was learning about Creative Commons. That is something I've never heard of before. And I am excited just to explore that site and to see what information I can use and that might be helpful. So that concludes my reflection for chapter 9. Thanks.